Welcome back to the Rugby Oaks. My name is George, and I'm going to be giving you my Bok player ratings after yesterday's immense battle against the All Blacks at Ellis Park. Now that the dust has settled, I've had some time to sleep on it and think about it. I'll just give you my honest opinion and feedback on what I thought of the boys yesterday. So starting with the front row, Ox and Chair. Now, Ox, the bar fridge, as Rassi's called him, he had a decent outing in the number one jersey. I gave him a 6.5. He has had better games, like if you think back to that England semi-final where he's bent people in half. He did make the most carries out of that starting front row, but 6.5 I think is a fair rating for him yesterday. Moving on to Bongi. Now, yes, he scored a try. Probably should have been disallowed, but we move on. I've given him a 5.5. Now, it's another sort of similar situation with Ox and Bongi. They both weren't at their absolute best, but listen, Bongi was good in the lineouts. I didn't see any issues with Bongi then, so it's just wasn't his absolute best outing. But I think 5.5 is a fair ranking. Come at me in the comments, maybe. Then moving on to old Frans Meyer, but no, he's a beautiful human being. He did okay against them. He had the youngster he was scrumming against, and he pinned him once or twice. I think once maybe. Got the penalty. He made the most most tackles out of these starting guys. He got 9 tackles, I believe, which is pretty decent for old Francie, Fred Flintstone. So I've given him a 6.5 as well. Moving on to the second row now, Pieter Stef du Toit, the man's rumours. I love this man. He won man of the match. I would have given him 11 out of 10 if I could. I've not given him a 10. I've given him a 9. I think it's a fair reflection on old Pieter Stef du Toit. He is just, every time he wears those Bok jersey, he doesn't want numbers on his back. He just gives it everything. Those runs that he was doing, it's a bit of an Irish thing, putting the hand on the ground. I know we've complained about it. You put your hand on the ground and you launch yourself. But he would hit you and he took them back, and it was bloody marvelous to watch. I mean, that's why he got man of the match. He was immense. Ruan Nokia. Now, Ruan Nokia, I've scored him an 8. And some people might think that's a bit high, but he took 10 lineouts, safe as houses. He's a lineout general, a little bit like a Sos and a Victor Matfield hybrid. And he was all over the park. He made a good number of tackles. I can actually try and dig it up here. He made 11 tackles. So got around. He got a bit of a shiner, but Ruan Nokia he's doing well in the Bok jersey, and I'm impressed and I'm proud of him. I don't think he'll mind if I say I'm proud of him. He's like, who the hell are you? Anyway, we move on. Sia Kolisi, captain, fantastic. Now listen, I think Sia's probably fractured something in his face because he didn't look great after the game. Bit of a pupuch, but he was a good captain on the day. He's always a good captain. Sorry, I've scored him 7. I think I don't know why he was our main sort of ball carrier when you've got the next guy, and we talk about Jasper Visser on the pitch. But Sia he played 60 minutes. We did have injuries and stuff, so it kept him on. Maybe he's not an 80-minute player anymore, but 7 out of 10. Then poor lad, Ben Jason Dixon. Now it's early doors for him. I think it was only his 6th or 7th cap for the Boks. He wasn't as effective as he normally is. But you're allowed to have an off day. He got taken off early. I didn't know if it was injury or because of just how things were going for him. I'm going to say injury. I'm probably wrong. But I've scored him a 5. 4.5, sorry. He didn't get to play long enough for me to score him much more than that. And he just wasn't his usual self. So it's unfortunate. And then last of the starting pack of forwards, Jasper Visser. I reckon that time off after the red card, that did some wonders for him, because he used to think of him as a bit of a liability, but flippin' hell, he was outstanding. He just smashed people and ran through people. It was like they didn't exist. You keep that tooth on ice, my friend, and we'll send you to Turkey. You get a new set of gnashes. But welcome back. Has he potentially claimed the number 8 spot or jersey? I don't know. You tell me. Tell me in the comments. On that note, how's about you chuck us a little subscribe there? Yeah. I mean, listen, there's lots of you watching, so have a little like and a subscribe, and join our community. We love making these videos for you guys and having a laugh and just having a bit of banter and just help us grow. We really appreciate it. Right, moving on. Moving on I didn't even actually. I apologize. I didn't even score Jasper 8.5. He would have got 9, but Peter Steve got 9, and he was man of the match. 8.5. I digress. Onto the backs now. Kobus Reinach doesn't get to start very often, and he didn't have a terrible game, but he just didn't look his usual self, where you were comfortable and with him with ball in hand and stuff. It just seemed like TJ Perenara was on him, which is what TJ does, and TJ was very good and very mouthy, but Kobus just didn't get to take off like he normally does. So I've scored Kobus a 5. Sorry. Some people might come at me for that, but I think it's an honest reflection of how he played yesterday. He's had much better days, and I don't mean anything bad by that. But yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back. Then SFM, Sasha Feinberg and Gomazulu. I mean, I can talk all day about this guy. I'm not going to, because I don't want to keep you here all too long. But another incredible outing. Couple mistakes. The shot clock ran out. The Kiwis did go forward early because they thought the try was going to be disallowed. So fair enough. And then I think he kicked the ball out in the full once, but slotted a 60-meter penalty. Like, I reckon you could have put that 5 to 10 more meters back. It would have gone over. France Stein-esque. And just looked solid in that 10 jersey. He's comfortable. He's at home. He just doesn't look 22 years old. The kid is, I don't want to call him the kid, the young man is phenomenal. We've got to keep him humble, keep him on the ground, which I know he will be. He's a very smart guy, and the people around him will make sure that he stays grounded. But ball in hand, little dinks over, clever little like banana kicks off the side of the foot, and that's stuff we've not seen in a while. He is a special talent. So I scored him an 8. Could have been more, but yeah, well, those couple of errors I said earlier knocked him down a bit. Then moving on to Kurtley Arendse. Now, shame he did knock himself out of it there, I think on like the 48th minute. He didn't get in the game much. He needs to maybe go spend some time with Kaizer Chiefs or Orlando Pirates, because that kick through, just one more little kick and it would have been over the line. Most of the time that lands well for him in the bread basket, but yesterday just a little bit more. But anyway, I've scored Kurtley a 5 purely because he didn't get to play the whole game and didn't get as involved as he normally wouldn't get into the game really. So it's unfortunate. Damien Dallander, I love Damien Dallander. It was not his best outing. He gave away a try. I mean, they read us like a book there. He was still fairly solid. I've given him a 6, and I still think he's the best inside 10 in the world. Matt and I agree on that. He is normally absolutely. He was solid in defence. Like didn't really let the Kiwis through apart from passing it to Geordie. But it wasn't his absolute best outing. But again, the boys all banded together and we overcame it and we won in the end. We move over to Jesse Krill. Now Jesse Krill is having one of the what am I going to call it? A period in his rugby career where he's just flourishing. I've not scored him incredibly high. Scored him at a 7, but that's, I mean, I could have probably scored that. You know what? I'll give him a 7.5. He had little grubbers that he'd put through that turned the All Blacks, and they just, putting them on their back like that is really good. You've got to put pressure on them like that. And he did that a couple of times, and I was really impressed. And again, as usual, he's solid on defense. He's relentless. He doesn't let you pass. You shall not pass. But like Gandalf. But yeah, Jesse, I've given him a 7.5. I've changed my mind. Moving on to Cheslin Colby. Now, Cheslin, he had a couple of moments where I also missed opportunity where I think Apelele Fassi kicked through. I say it's a missed opportunity. That's harsh. He lost to the biggest defender on the pitch, the touchline. I've scored Chesy a 7. I don't know if people will agree with that. I think it's a fair reflection. Some might think lower, some will think higher. But he put Scott Barrett on his ass. Hey, size difference. Just went, Chesy, how's it? Here's the ball. Hotba! Incredible. And what I also like about Chesy, which will make me change my mind and up his score, is that when he gets the ball in hand, You don't know what he's going to do. You're sitting at home in the stadium. The Kiwis don't know. No one knows what he's going to do. Is he going to run? Is he going to try and bounce me? Is he going to chip? Is he going to chase? Is he going to step me? I love Cheslin Kolbe. I wish he had more caps, but he's an incredible bloody pocket rocket. Right, rounding up the 15 or starting 15, Apelele Fassi, the weekend special. Now he had a flipping good game despite his yellow card, which cost us the opening 7 points. New rules and stuff, and it's something we normally, as a supporter, you love to watch a person smash someone, then get up and smash someone again. I mean, he didn't smash, but that now is an offside. The player that you've tackled, I believe, is the new offside line. Something along those lines. We can look it up. Tell us in the comments if someone knows. But apart from that, maybe one or two other small errors. I've scored a 7.5. Probably would have been more without, well, definitely would have been more without if you take the card away. Amazing under the high ball, under any ball, just safest hands. That kick and collect, chef's kiss. And then just that, like I said earlier, the little dink through for Chesy to almost get. I just thought this guy, he's made a bit of a dilemma here for Russie and the rest of the coaches, because you've got Willie Leroux, who's obviously helping him and coaching him. Damon Willis is just coming back from injury now. I think he's with the Stormers, running through things like normal return to work protocol. But we are lucky now, for the first time in a long time, South Africa has got a number of positions where we've got competition for these positions. And this, I think, is what's absolutely making us who we are now. Just this bit of a powerhouse. And this might be a bold call, but we are looking flippin' shit hot at times. Right, I'm going to go through the bomb. I'm not going to go through the whole bomb squad. Sorry, I'm going to score the bomb squad as a whole. I'll give the bomb squad an 8.5. I thought they were detonated way too early, but such is life. I think they came on 43 or 44 minutes. I'm not going to run through all of them, but notable mentions. Ibn Etzebeth came on very early. It's Ibn Etzebeth, he's back. Came on immediately. You could tell, well, I don't know if you could tell, but I could tell. I felt it when he came on. I was like, oh, yeah. So I've scored him a 7.5. Probably could have gotten more, but I think 7.5 is a fair reflection. He was immense on defense. That rhymes. And it's just Ibn Etzebeth doing Ibn Etzebeth things, getting his 125th cap. He's now the second most capped Springbok. He's definitely going to take Victor's top spot. And he's only 32. Unbelievable things. Next notable mention, Ulrich Lowe. He came on, and I think that's the competition thing now, because now Jasper played flipping well. Ulrich came on, and he did bull. He was like Bulls Ulrich. He off that one kickoff, gathered, and then bounced that geezer, number 20, I think it was. Boom, put him on his ass and kept going. And he did other bits all around the park, but that's just the one bit that sticks in my head. I've scored him an 8. I thought he was incredible for the time he was on the pitch. I know it was only 30 odd minutes, but yeah, welcome back, baby. Quagga Smith. Now, Quagga Smith is the army knife, Swiss army knife of the Springboks. And a pilferer machine, a try scoring machine. He scored again. He knows his way over the try line. He's a worry for any team. When they see him, they think, I think he made the crucial turnover, which helped us inevitably win the game. Obviously, he also scored a try. But I just love Quagga Smith, and long may he continue to just be the most annoying, incredibly good rugby player that he is. I say annoying, and it's only because he comes on and people think, oh, damn it, this guy. Absolute battle orc. And then last one, Grant Williams. Made a couple of tiny errors, but when he came on, he was sniping. He was always looking for that little gap here and there. And I thought, do you know what? I thought the role would be reversed. I thought Querbus would have been more like that, but Grant Williams came on and just brought that extra step, like extra gear to the back line. And I think if he keeps this up, I know he's only got about 14 or 15 caps. He keeps up, he could cement that starting 9 place. I hope for his sake, because he's a flipping good rugby player, and I love watching him play. Right, now that's me. I'm done going through all the players. Did I even score, Grant? I think I did. 7.5. Well, that's what I've given him. Now I'm done. Tell me what you think in the comments. Let me know. Please like, subscribe, share it with your mates. Come have a laugh. if you're in the UK, come have a dop with us. And thanks very much. Till next time.